Welcome to the Imelda Marcos Bail Bond Fund Drive 88. Yeah, come on. Oh, boy. Did you hear about what happened with her last night in New York? I guess a cat that was howling outside Imelda Marcos' hotel window was killed last night when it was hit with 2,500 pairs of shoes. Actually, for a while there, it looked like Imelda was going to do some jail time, but I guess some of her wealthy friends stepped in and paid the bail. Did you hear about this? She said if they hadn't paid it for her, she would have had to sell a lot of her personal possessions, like Manila. You know, I'll tell you something, it's frightening. It really is frightening when you think that two people could steal that much money from a government treasury, you know? See, that could never happen here in America. We don't have any money in our treasury. I was reading over the weekend. USA Today had a big story on violence in America. This is pretty shocking. They listed the 3 places you're most likely to be attacked in America. The first was the Times Square area in New York City. The second was downtown Detroit. And the third was a taping of the Geraldo Rivera show. Yeah. I guess everybody heard about it. Did you see the guy that hit Geraldo in the face with a chair? Yeah. He was in Washington today. Reagan gave him the Medal of Freedom Award. Actually, despite high ratings, Geraldo says he won't bring those violent neo-Nazis back more than twice a week now. Well, tomorrow's the big day. Boy, you know something? I'll be glad when this thing is over. This campaign just keeps getting nastier and nastier, doesn't it? You see tonight on the news? Hey, I'm not making it up yet. Tonight, Dukakis challenged Bush to a game of lawn darts. You know something? We've had so much negative campaigning, I think we should have negative voting booths. Now, see, this is the way you do it. See, this is how you get people to turn out. You have 2 levers. One says, I hate Bush. The other says, I hate Dukakis. You make your choice. The guy with the least number of votes, he's the next president of the United States. You know, people are so disgusted and bored by this whole campaign. Tomorrow night, here on NBC, instead of having Tom Brokaw bring you the returns from election headquarters, the coverage is going to be handed over to Dick Clark and Ed McMahon as part of a special 2-hour edition of bloopers and practical jokes. Well, did you hear about this? Now, this is what he is. The TV station in Dan Quayle's hometown of Indianapolis would not show the NBC miniseries Favorite Son. You know, you read about that? You know, The Favorite Son, it was about the kind of good-looking, shady vice presidential character. They said it was unfair, and I agree. I mean, hey, Quayle didn't have a chance to audition for the part. Have you noticed that you haven't seen much of Dan Quayle in the past few weeks? In fact, more people claim to have seen Elvis than Dan Quayle. Now, see, a lot of Americans apparently are concerned about Dan Quayle. So last night, George Bush tried to put everybody's minds at ease. He said the only way Quayle would become president was over my dead body. Dukakis attacked the vice president last night. He said that Bush was out of the mainstream for advocating drug tests. Hey, if it's drug tests, who wants to be standing in the mainstream? That's what I say. Boom, boom, yeah. Actually, there is some good news in this campaign. Kitty Dukakis is feeling much better, which is good. I guess everybody knew that. You know, she was sick for a while. She was hospitalized. But she said her biggest problem in the hospital was boredom, and the only cure was to have Michael visit her. Boy, I'll tell you. Considering Michael Dukakis, the cure for boredom is a little like eating a chili dog to help your ulcer, isn't it? Actually, Dukakis has some interesting ideas. My favorite is this college loan plan. You know about this? Students would borrow money from the government to go to school, and then they would repay the loan after they graduate and get a job. For example, let's say you get a PhD in Renaissance poetry. Well, what would happen is each week, the restaurant would deduct a portion of your tips as a waiter. Go to pay the loan. Here in Los Angeles, police are considering imposing a curfew in areas affected by gang activity. I guess they're concerned that a lot of members aren't getting enough sleep between violent acts. I see where Philip Morris, the big cigarette company, is trying to buy Kraft Foods. Boy, and you thought your macaroni and cheese tasted funny now. Try that new Kraft menthol macaroni and cheese. I see the TV show Beauty and the Beast is back on for another season. You like the show Beauty and the Beast? You watch it? It's about it's about a guy who is half man and half cat, and he lives underground with this, he's involved now with this beautiful woman. I guess this year the show's getting pretty racy. In fact, next week they have a couple of steamy scenes where the two of them are in his giant kitty litter box. Marlon Brando in the news this week. Did you hear about this? He called Greenpeace to see if they'd be interested in doing a movie about those two whales that were trapped under the ice, and Greenpeace said they were interested. They just wanted to know who would play the other whale. You watch Satan's Underground and you boo me on that. Actually, now here's the strange thing. The latest issue of Spin. You know Spin? It's a rock and roll magazine. Well, the issue contains a free condom. Every issue by now comes with a free condom. Boy, you thought it was annoying when those subscription forms would fall out, huh? I'll tell you something. Tell you something. This is going to get a lot of innocent guys in trouble when you think about it. Well, you got a guy, he goes down, he buys a copy of Spin, he comes home, he's reading it, condom falls out, his wife walks in the room, I thought you were going to the newsstand. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we have a great show for you now. We have Mary Lou Henner, Jester Hairston, Vanna White, and Lou Leonard, and we'll be right back after this break. Hello, welcome back. Good to see everybody. Hello, Doc. How are you guys?
How you doing, man?
Hello, gentlemen. Good to see everybody.
Where have you been lately?
Where have I been? Oh, I'm all over the place. In fact, what's this week alone? I'll be going to...
Where are you going?
Where am I going?
Yeah.
I'm going to American University in Washington, D.C. on Friday. And next day is the Mayo Civic Auditorium in Rochester, then Purdue University, and then the Celebrity Theater in Phoenix, and the Celebrity Theater here in Anaheim, then to my high school reunion. That'll be good. The elections is tomorrow, and this is one headline. Gorbachev becomes president. Boy, now here's something interesting. This is a picture taken from the debates. There's Bush and Dukakis. Gee, do you think they're talking about sex here? I did this 2 weeks ago. Can't they get the candidates right? Don't we know what these people look like? You see the headline, Bush renews pledge on taxes. That's not Bush, that's Dukakis. Hello. I like this one. This is from the St. Petersburg Times. You get another case of the picture not matching the headline. Sewage plant gets mixed reviews. Interesting way to recycle. Now, here's one now. Now, if I get fired after this, Johnny, someone mailed it to me. This is exactly as it was in the paper, and the show are unbiased. All right. There you go. Do you get a shot of this? Doctors keep heart beating in dead man to test drugs. All right, it's not that funny. It really wasn't humorous at all. Just an honest mistake. Okay. My first guest is starring in Lady Killers, which airs this Wednesday. I don't know. Good to see everybody. Everybody in a holiday mood tonight, I think, huh? All the Christmas things starting. Don, we now are gay apparel tomorrow on Phil Donahue.